So I'm pretty sure almost everyone remembers that horrible baby nut commercial that premiered during the Super Bowl earlier this year. You know, the one that came after the commercial where they killed off my dude, Mr. Peanut?
We're too heavy. Matt, let go.
No, you let go.
Hey, Mr. Peanut, no, you don't. Don't do it, Mr. Peanut. No. Maybe he'll be all right. Maybe not.
Yes, that was back in February. 2020 is really a marathon out here. And that was a bit disrespectful, no? Is Toucan Sam gonna get taken out next by a poacher? Is the Geico lizard safe? I need answers. And then they spawned Baby Nut after the Kool-Aid Man cried on his good friend Mr. Peanut's grave and he grew out of his own coffin.
Yeah.
What is happening?
What is that? Is that a baby nut?
Just kidding, I'm back.
I'm telling you guys, ever since this commercial dropped, things really haven't been the same here on planet Earth. Was his death the start of it all? Did this bring upon the day of reckoning? Is Tony the Tiger gonna get smoked next by a serial killer?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Seriously though, this ad campaign was absolute garbage. Did it get some people talking? Yes, but usually about how stupid and pointless it was. In my opinion, this rebrand was a massive mistake. A room full of people sat around, marketing degrees and shit, and concluded that this idea was the best thing to move forward with, as the face of their brand would now be changed from old ass nut to baby nut. They were trying to get that Epstein Island pass, my people. It's just amazing to me that some of these huge companies with massive brands are complete failures when it comes to modern day marketing and trying to capture the younger consumer demographic.
I think everybody who was tuning in was having just as much fun watching it as we were here doing it live.
A lot of people said he was straight vibing, which we thought was really funny.
Who even thought of this campaign for this baby nut? And how did no one stop this? The name alone sounds like the title of Shane Dawson's next documentary. Is it gonna be a collab between him and Onision this time? Hoodie Allen on the outro track? And they really tried to push this terrible idea, selling baby nut merchandise. I mean, what the fuck kind of campaign is this? You know no one bought this, this ain't drip. It's amazing to me how out of touch some of these multi-million-dollar companies can truly be. And you might say, oh whatever, it's no big deal, it's just social media. But this could be the difference in hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Their whole Twitter feed is really just a cringe fest that seems like it was created by a person who didn't have the internet, then was given a phone for 1 week and asked to make relatable tweets based on what they saw. I stumbled upon this account when I got this ad on Twitter the other day for the newest rebrand Planters is testing with their Peanut Jr. character. The ultimate attempt to hook in some college and high school kids. A peanut walks into a bar because he's 21 and ready for some fun. And beers. Definitely some beers. We're young and hip, kids. We're young and hip. With his sideways hat and his wee me character looking ass.
ID?
Yes, sir.
Wait, so you're telling me you fell off a cliff, came back to life as a baby, and now you're 21?
Yeah, it's been a weird year.
And as it turns out, this alcoholic binge this peanut is going on is due to their new collab beer nut with Natty Light. By the way, whose genius idea was it to make a bar ad and bar nuts advertised at a bar during a pandemic when most bars aren't even open? Read the room, make a product that is right for the times. Say some, we're here for you, now buy our peanuts bullshit. It's either that or you completely go the other direction and just become the biggest asshole on Twitter. There's a reason their stocks for the last 5 years have been trending downward at the Crafts and Heinz company, losing over 60% of their initial stock value in only 5 years after merging the two major companies. They also have an extremely low correlation with the S&P 500, which is essentially an overall benchmark of the current stock market, being made up of the top 500 large cap US stocks. It's never a good sign for a company to be trending against the S&P. No one is investing in this company because they think it's going to make them a lot of money. They're merely investing to balance their portfolios and to limit their risk in the market. And the reason for this downfall of such a household name company is really simple, and Planters peanuts are really only one of many problems. You see guys, before the internet, people had less choices in what they consumed. Things were actually a lot simpler from a buyer's standpoint, because these major brands had such a tight grip on the market with such limited options, that they dominated simply because of a massive lack of competition. And because they had all of this money flowing in that other companies didn't, they could finance things like new product lines, R&D testing, and especially advertising and marketing. All you really had to say back in the day was, "Hey men, these peanuts taste pretty good with your beer," and they were sold.
Fresh roasted Planters nuts, hot from the roaster. Today Planters still fresh roast the finest nuts. It seals them hot from the roaster. The finest nuts, fresh roasted, double sealed. Planters, fresh roasted daily since 1906. Right, little guy?
It's not so easy these days, and you can be forgotten quickly if your brand awareness starts to diminish. Some brands have actually gotten so powerful that in the eyes of many consumers they're actually synonymous with their product. For example, Kleenex has become synonymous with tissues in general, which is likely to happen when you make up over half of the entire market. And this is the type of hold that Planters used to have on the peanut market. And no one knew was going to come along either besides some of the giants who were already probably in the space. And none of these giants were gonna fuck with each other, so they could all make sure they were gonna keep fucking the consumer. And there was really no way around it, people's choices were just so limited. But these days there's a lot more options. There's hundreds of brands for almost any given food or product, and many different avenues to receive and hear about said products. This has of course eaten Planters alive in the peanut market. Not to mention there's a lot of other snacks these days that people eat. And this combined with the fact that grocery stores are more and more likely to push their own exclusive brands for a lot of these everyday products are the reason that these big companies are failing. I mean, hundreds of people have testaments from working at Kraft and Heinz company that were all negative experiences. It really just goes to show that when a company is failing, it's usually failing on almost all fronts. From the way they treat and hire employees, to their brand strategies, and a failure to adjust to a modern day consumer driven market, it's really all just one big shit show waiting to be taken out back behind the bar to be shot dead at this point. But guys, I want to thank you for watching today's video. I know it was pretty different than any video I've really produced in the past, but I actually do want to get into more of these business, economic type of videos. So I'm going to be dropping one of these every once in a while. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate it if you showed your support with a like or maybe even a share. Because like I said, this isn't really my normal type of video, so I know it's not going to get the normal type of attention. Either way, guys, I want to thank you for watching today. Thank you for subscribing. It's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace.